So, hello, sir. Welcome to the second edition of Festival of Marketing. We have Mr. Sandeep Sangwan, Managing Director, Castrol India, with us. So, sir, firstly, I would like to know what would you like? It's a festival of marketing. Would you call 2024 a good year for the marketing sector in terms of marketing budget growth, or do you feel it is static, or has it dropped over the year when we look at 2024?
So I think we can talk about our context. I won't know a lot about the others, but I think our marketing budgets are pretty stable, and we spending in line with the business growth. Okay, and I think 24 is a good year for us because we've launched a new campaign with, for example, Shah Rukh Khan. We've taken Shah Rukh Khan as our brand ambassador. We were active in IPL with Mumbai Indians as the performance partner. So overall, and I think if I look at the economic growth happening in India with the GDP growth forecast of around 7 odd percent, there are not many economies in the world which are doing that. Okay, so I think there's a lot of spend coming into India and a lot of vibrancy. Some sectors were a bit soft in the first half of the year, but I think things have come back again. And today morning I was reading, like for example, automotive sector where we operate. Two-wheelers are growing to grow at about 8%. We're seeing good growth in new car sales. We're seeing good growth in commercial vehicles. So I think everything is an upbeat. Economy is doing good, and as a result, the marketing spend should also be good.
So, sir, if I talk about, generative AI, last year significant headlines and conversations were around generative AI and also of advanced tech. However, we have not seen any big generative AI created campaigns. Do you think that tech is falling short of creative professionals, or are they still coming in terms with generative AI? How do you think is the best way to deploy it?
I think where I see Gen AI and whether you call it LLMs and learning models and large language machine learning models, I think there's a lot of experimentation happening right now in terms of how it will apply to businesses, and especially as far as marketing discipline is concerned. I think I'd like to break it in two. Gen AI being used for creative processes. One area is, I think, how authentic does it look? Any creative which is generated by Gen AI, how authentic does it look? And that's one area where I think we're seeing almost weekly improvements, daily, monthly improvements in the content being created, but a lot of experimentation at this stage. The second issue is, I think, which as an industry, which we also need to be conscious of, is copyright. Okay, so while it's okay to create content, but then we also need to solve for copyright issues that may come along with it, and there's a lot of discussion around that topic also. The second aspect of technology is the whole MarTech and performance marketing. I think that's advanced very well. And people are using marketing technology to drive performance of every dollar spent. Okay, and also actually seeing the conversion ratios come through and what is our cost of acquisition. I think those are very current conversations which have matured quite a lot, and also driven by the startup ecosystem and the whole e-commerce push that we're getting.
So my last question for you, we are seeing, a lot of phasing out of third-party cookies in the, entire ecosystem. How are you preparing to maintain effective targeting and personalization, especially in an industry where, Castrol is, a major B2B industry as well? So how do you see, targeting and, putting out that personalization where we are witnessing the third-party cookies?
Yeah, so I think what we're doing is we are trying to actively, first of all, we have large data sets which we store in a very compliant fashion. We're very conscious of the regulation around storing any data, any personally identifiable data. And I think the other effort is we're also looking at how can we create first-party databases. Okay, rather than relying on third parties for databases, can we create an ecosystem where we have a lot of first-party data of our customers and consumers, which we can use for retargeting and reaching out to them with the relevant communications. I think that's how we are addressing it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.